Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th session of the 136th Annual Spring Convocation of the University of Manitoba. My name is Mel Braun. I'm an Associate Professor of Voice and a teacher of singing at the Des Hotels Faculty of Music, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Tiny bit of housekeeping. You're certainly going to want to take pictures of your graduates, but we ask that you do this from your seats so that the stage doesn't get blocked. We're also going to ask that those millions of cell phones get turned to silent at this moment. Following the ceremony, there will be a reception. If the weather was nice, we'd be outside, but it's not so nice. So we're going to have the reception in the Max Bell Arena. So the graduates will go there, and please follow them, and you can load up on coffee and sweets. It's a great way to not spoil your supper. Next, I would like to welcome all our guests that are seated here to my left. These are special guests of the President of our university and guests of recipients of special honors and awards at today's ceremony. Welcome here. Finally, what we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the academic party and our graduating students. Now, graduates, we'd ask that you please rise and join us all as Justin Odweck from the Des Hotels Faculty of Music sings O Canada for us, which will be followed by Carl Stone singing the traditional honor song, and then an invocation.
As we gather with friends and family to celebrate this day of convocation, we give thanks for all the accomplishments represented this day and for the future possibilities and opportunities that these degrees will make possible. We give thanks for this institution and all who work here, for professors and students, for research and its applications in the world, for peers and faculty who have pushed us and helped us to grow in knowledge and wisdom. Help us to go from this day of celebration to use our distinct knowledge and wisdom in ways that make a difference in our communities and in our world. Amen.
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to Convocation. I'd like to acknowledge our Chancellor, Mr. Harvey Sector, and welcome today's recipient of our highest honor, the Honorary Doctorate degree, Mr. Stephen Schipper. I'd also like to welcome to our platform today Dr. Cheryl Rockman-Greenberg, Distinguished Professor, Ms. Patricia Bovey, Chair of the Board of Governors, Dr. Andrew Egan, Acting Associate Vice President and Dean of Science at Brandon University, Dr. Marjorie Kerr, Vice President Academic and Dean at Booth University College, and Mr. Ramel Dalla from the Board of Directors of the Alumni Association. And of course, welcome to all of our graduates and family members and friends. Also on the platform today are members of the senior administration of the university, deans, directors, student representatives, faculty members who've played an important role in the achievements that we celebrate today. So as president, it's my privilege to declare Convocation to be in session. The University of Manitoba campuses are located on original lands of Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories, we acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Graduating from university is always an exciting thing, and it's always valuable. And this is a particularly good time to be graduating from this university. As we take our place increasingly on the world stage, this makes more opportunities available to you, both as students and as alumni. And we can see this in many ways. If we look quickly at our university's community engagement website, we see more than 300 examples of the impact that our faculty, students, staff, and alumni make here at home and around the world. When Hurricane Mitch roared across Honduras in 1998, there was terrible devastation. Today, more than 60% of that country's residents continue to live in poverty. In 2012, University of Manitoba Professor Chris Dick and a group of students decided to use their hearts, their ideas, their innovation, and their strength to help there. Instead of spending Reading Week at the beach or on a ski hill, they founded Students for Sustainability to rebuild homes and infrastructure. Working in collaboration with NGOs and local leaders, they're doing what others wouldn't. Their efforts give kids clean water to brush their teeth and families safe homes and sanitary tools to prepare food. The impact is huge, both in these communities and in the lives of our students. This is what trailblazers do. University of Manitoba professors Marianne Crockett and Lisa Avery were disturbed to find that in parts of India and Kenya, less than 15% of women stay in a hospital or clinic or receive any medical support during the 48 hours after delivery. Mothers and their babies can experience complications and unfortunately sometimes die as a result. This needless suffering inspired Doctors Crockett and Avery to be the solution. Together they bike through villages in sweltering heat, working side by side with local medical professionals to provide life-saving care. When they help an unresponsive newborn take her first breath or ensure that a child recovers from diarrhea with a simple zinc lozenge, they understand the impact of their efforts. This is what defenders do. Right here in Manitoba, many people face barriers to dental care. The University of Manitoba Centre for Community Oral Health offers free oral screenings, education, and health promotion to older adults, helping them overcome challenges that prevent them from getting the help they need. Our Bannatyne campus also runs a day-long carnival called Sharing Smiles Day that brings together dentistry students and people with disabilities to eliminate any preconceptions that create barriers to providing dental care. This is what visionaries do. Whether here on campus or halfway across the world, the University of Manitoba community is unquestionably enriching lives and shaping futures. And each of you graduating today has chosen to join this community and become a part of something that's transformational. You leave here certainly with job skills, but I hope also that you leave here with an understanding of your place in the world, of your ability and your responsibility to make it better. And now it's your turn to take what you've been given, what you've earned, and use it to create your own story of success and significance. You should ask yourself the question, what will I do? For most of you, the path forward might be unknown today. I think most of us who were in the same position that you were in decades ago have ended up in very different places than we might have expected. But whatever path you take, I'm certain that you'll continue to give meaning to words like trailblazer as you lead the way, defender as you stand in the face of hardship and determined to help those in need, and visionary as you see the world for what it could be and contribute to making it so. So on behalf of the entire University of Manitoba community, congratulations on your accomplishments. We have full confidence in each of you as you step forward to take your place front and center. And if I may, a brief word to friends and family members. You've all come here to celebrate with someone who's going to graduate. You have pride and love for that person, and you will have a brief opportunity to express it. Each person will come to the stage, they'll be named, they'll shake hands with the Chancellor, they'll receive a parchment, their photograph will be taken, but there won't be very long when our focus is on each particular person. So if you're here with someone and you feel that you want to express yourself, we welcome expressions. You might feel in your family that refined applause is appropriate. Some of you might feel that something a little more boisterous is what you would like to do. We certainly have some groups of students in the audience that often feel quite energized about some of their fellow students who graduate. And so we welcome expressions of pride and love. I do just ask for a little bit of balance. You want to create the impression that you're very supportive, but not that you're surprised at the result. Welcome to Convocation.
What do celebrated actors Keanu Reeves, Kathleen Turner, William Hurt, and Judd Hirsch all have in common? They were each coaxed, enticed, and ultimately persuaded to bring their talents to the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre stages here in Winnipeg through the enthusiasm and passion of Stephen Schipper. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the Platform Party, faculty, graduates, and guests. My name is John Kiersey, Vice President External, and I'm honored to be reading this citation today. The highest honor the Senate of a university can confer upon an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, the criteria includes distinguished achievement in scholarship, the arts, or public service, and I am pleased to introduce today's recipient, Stephen Schipper. As Artistic Director of the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre, Dr. Schipper is a tireless champion of the theatre who has cultivated interest in his audience for both classic and contemporary works. In 2013, he staged the world premiere of Gone with the Wind to much acclaim. His depth of commitment to the arts and artistry are unsurpassed. While aware that talented Hollywood names draw attention, Dr. Schipper is also a keen promoter of Manitoba actors, ensuring audiences experience and appreciate the talents that exist right here in our own backyard. Stephen Schipper uses theater to change the world. That's what creators do. Dr. Schipper is just coming out of his 25th year as Artistic Director of the Royal MTC. During that quarter century, he established the artistic excellence and fiscal stability for which the Royal MTC has become known. a notable achievement given the company's considerable duress at the time he took the helm. The Globe and Mail has described Dr. Schipper's revival of the Manitoba Theatre Centre as one of Canadian theatre's most striking success stories. This accolade is undoubtedly the result of Dr. Schipper's commitment to his work. In 2014, to commemorate his tenacious dedication to excellence, the theatre renamed its endowment fund the Royal MTC Endowment Fund in honor of artistic director Stephen Schipper. Through his vision and his quiet determination, Dr. Schipper has dramatically transformed the theatre community in our city and province. So it is our good fortune that he chose to practice his craft right here. Today, the University of Manitoba is pleased to honor him with its highest award, but he has many others. He is a celebrated recipient of the David Peacock Award and a member of the Order of Canada, recognizing his contributions to Canadian theatre. This passionate, born and bred Montrealer is now a passionate Winnipegger. Dr. Schipper trained at McGill University, Bishop's University, and the National Theatre School of Canada. He has served as Associate Director at the Stratford Festival and has directed almost 36 plays, including world premieres by local and Canadian playwrights. But Dr. Schipper remains dedicated to grassroots theatre. He conceived and directed The History of Manitoba from the beginning of time to the present in 45 minutes, an award-winning play that tours Manitoba's high schools. He also volunteered to direct a summer production of Little Red Riding Hood for the Manitoba Theatre for Young People's Aboriginal Training Program, and directed an all-female production of Les Miserables at Balmoral Hall, setting the classic story in our own city. Every great play has a company of characters who are dedicated, invested, and passionate. In this regard, the Royal MTC has a stellar cast, and Stephen Schipper plays the lead role. The University of Manitoba is proud today to shine a well-deserved spotlight on a visionary and a champion whose accomplishments we celebrate today with an honorary degree. So, Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to ask on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba that you confer upon Dr. Stephen Schipper the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I bestow on you the degree Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Schipper.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm deeply humbled to have received an honorary doctorate of letters from the University of Manitoba. Thank you to President Dr. David Barnard and Vice President External Relations John Kiersey, and to everyone else involved for recognizing the value of the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre, because I can assure you that the genesis of this moment has everything to do with what the artists, staff, trustees, and audiences of Royal MTC have given me, and not the other way around. And it's some of what I've learned over the years at MTC that I now wish to share with you graduates. Before I do, I'd like to offer my congratulations to each of you for finishing, because more than anything else, A degree tells the world that the recipient has what it takes, the discipline and determination to finish a job. Many people can start. Some are even especially good at starting, but can they finish? Each of you has answered that question resoundingly. Yes, you can. You've no doubt already heard how grateful you ought to be to the family and friends who've supported you on your journey. I hope you are genuinely grateful, but I wouldn't say you owe anybody anything for what you've achieved. Okay, some of you may owe the banks some money, but your family and friends supported you because it was the right thing to do, and you've already repaid them by earning your degree. If you owe anybody anything besides money, you owe it to yourself to help your family and friends finish any dreams they begin. So what have I learned in the 43 years that I've been working in the theater, which didn't begin until I was a student at McGill University and discovered plays, the way Archimedes discovered the displacement of water when he entered his bath and shouted, "Eureka!" Basically, I've learned that plays happen in the moment. A play only happens when artists and audiences come together in a theater to share in the act of imagining. Acting happens in the moment. All the great actors discover every thought as if it were a revelation. Every line they speak is white hot, freshly minted off the brain. At the same time that I was learning that plays happen in the moment and that acting happens in the moment, I was, to my deep regret, too slowly learning that life also happens in the moment. For this great honor and privilege the University of Manitoba has bestowed upon me, and I'm not speaking about the doctorate, but rather this opportunity to speak with you this afternoon, I would be remiss if I didn't at least try my very best to share with you the deepest truths I know. Albert Einstein said, "Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none." Maya Angelou said, "Be present in all things and thankful for all things." I wish there was some way I could persuade each of you that every maxim and adage you've ever heard about how brief life is, and every quote you'll hear today about how precious is each moment, are all true. And even if you already believe they are, I wish there was some manner of eloquence or hypnotism or anything else I could do to help each of you live your lives as though there really were no tomorrow. Because, dear graduates, that's what anyone who loves you wants you to know, wants you to realize, and wants you to act upon. We really are, each of us, given just so many heartbeats and not one heartbeat more. Do you know what the mortality rate is for human beings? 100%. We can either choose to ruminate about the past or obsess about the future, or both, or we can choose to experience the joy and immediacy of the present, of living in the moment. Henry David Thoreau said, "You must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land. There is no other life but this. You think your final exams were pressure-filled? Try making each day and night your final day and night, and then feel the pressure and also the exhilaration of breathing each breath as though for the first time and for the last, of being the best you can be at your chosen career, of kissing and hugging the people you love because you may not see them again, and telling them again how much you respect and cherish them. Do you think if you knew today was your last day, would you spend it playing mindless video games or escaping in any other way? Or would you instead seize the opportunity to watch the sun rise, to fill your day with love, with passion and pleasure, with family and friends, with food and fun, with music and laughter? Don't get me wrong, we all, or most of us, have to go to work. Freud said what matters are two things, love and work. And what are you graduating for if not to work? I get it. But will we now make a solemn vow to love and work and live in the moment? To follow Ralph Waldo Emerson's exhortation, make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. Maybe some of us will. Perhaps most of us will. But some days, all of us will fail to live in the moment. On those days, be comforted by something else Emerson said. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, and wish too high and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. If I've been able to pierce through the invincibility of your youth, which George Bernard Shaw astutely said is wasted on the young, I am again deeply grateful. If I've been able to be of some help to any of you, it will make this day and this moment one of the most meaningful and important in my life. On the other hand, if my inadequate attempt to accelerate your understanding and commitment to living your lives to the fullest has crashed against your cynicism or just your unprepared to take it in selves, then please, 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 at least remember what Omar Khayyam said. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. I think that's it for me in my moment here, except to say once again, congratulations and thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, faculty, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Joanne Kesselman. I'm the Vice President, Academic and Provost at the University, and it's my pleasure to introduce the individual upon whom the title of Distinguished Professor will be conferred today. The Board of Governors of the University established the title of Distinguished Professor to recognize excellence and outstanding achievements by members of our academic staff. Up to 3 titles can be conferred each year, with the provision that there be a maximum of 20 distinguished professors at any one time. The title is conferred on the basis of outstanding distinction in research and scholarship or in creative professional activity and a significant record in teaching. Today, the title of Distinguished Professor will be conferred upon Dr. Cheryl Rockman Greenberg. Tremendous progress has been made over the past several decades in our understanding and treatment of rare genetics disorders, and you will find Dr. Cheryl Rockman Greenberg at the forefront of these discoveries. Her impact on medical research and the health of children has been profound. The University of Manitoba is honored to confer upon her the title of Distinguished Professor, recognizing the distinction she has brought to herself and to this institution through her excellence as a pediatrician and geneticist. Dr. Rockman Greenberg earned her medical degree from McGill University in 1974 and then completed a fellowship in biochemical and clinical genetics at Montreal's Children's Hospital and McGill University. In 1979, she joined the Department of Pediatrics and Child Health here at the University of Manitoba, where she is now a professor. From 2004 to 2014, she served as both the head of the Department of Pediatrics and Child Health and as medical director of the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority's Child Health Program. She also holds an academic appointment as professor within the Department of Biochemistry and Medical Genetics. Dr. Rockman Greenberg helped establish the first clinical lab specializing in the use of DNA testing to diagnose genetic disorders. Her approach to research, by involving her subjects in the clinical discovery process, is considered transformational and has inspired many to follow suit. A creative scientist, she and her colleagues have identified the molecular cause of some of Manitoba's most devastating inherited diseases. One debilitating and often fatal disorder, hypophosphatasia, is rare throughout the world, yet common in Manitoba and select Canadian communities. Dr. Rockman Greenberg and her team pioneered a new way to treat this disease with an investigational drug, successfully treating it in 2008. Promising clinical trials are continuing under her visionary leadership. In recognition of her leadership and achievements, in 2012, the Women's Executive Network, a national organization, named Dr. Rockman Greenberg as one of Canada's top 100 most powerful women. With more than 5,487 citations of 166 published works in some of the field's most prestigious journals, including Nature, Nature Genetics, The Lancet, and the New England Journal of Medicine, Dr. Rockman Greenberg is one of our most prolific academic clinicians whose work has had a global impact. This is what trailblazers do. I am now pleased to ask Dr. Cheryl Rockman Greenberg to come forward to receive a parchment and congratulations from our president on her receipt of the title Distinguished Professor. Congratulations.
We now turn attention to the academic achievements of our graduating students. Before proceeding with the conferral of degrees, we'd first like to recognize students who have achieved the highest standing of their class. The winner of the Governor General's Bronze Medal is Nikki Nan. Nikki is the recipient of this medal, awarded to a student with the highest academic achievement in a 2-year diploma program other than agriculture. She's graduating today with a diploma in dental hygiene. Nikki is a graduate of Daniel Mack here in Winnipeg and has a dental assistant diploma from CDI College. While at the university, she worked part-time as a dental assistant and had the opportunity to travel in Europe. She says that during her time here at the U of M, she focused on the mantra, "Knowledge is power." And she felt inspired by others that are truly passionate and work hard to achieve their dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Governor General's Bronze Medal, Nikki Nunn. Our next recipient, winner of a University Gold Medal, is Kelsey Jansen. She's the winner of the University Gold Medal for Dentistry, awarded for outstanding achievement in the college. Kelsey is a graduate from Westwood Collegiate in Winnipeg, and while in the dentistry program, traveled to the Dominican Republic to assist her mother, a U of M alumna, in a dental clinic in one of the country's rural areas. Kelsey, now a third-generation dentist, says that this experience volunteering with her mother and combining her trained skills with her passion for helping people was her most rewarding experience as a university student. She graduates today with a Doctor of Dental Medicine degree. Congratulations, Kelsey. The University Gold Medal in Law goes to Miranda Grayson. Miranda is awarded this achievement for all her work here. She's a graduate from Lord Selkirk Regional Comprehensive Secondary School in Selkirk, and she received a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from the U of W. Throughout her legal studies, Miranda has participated in numerous extracurricular athletic activities, including soccer, volleyball, and dodgeball. She's worked as a research assistant at the Center for Human Rights and Research with Dr. Karen Busby. This provided her with the opportunity to research a wide range of intriguing legal issues, including sexual assault, surrogacy, freedom of expression, and religious freedom. Of all Miranda's academic endeavors, clerking at the Manitoba Court of Appeal has had the greatest impact. She has recently procured an offer to clerk at the Supreme Court of Canada for the 2016-17 year and graduates today with a Juris Doctor degree. Congratulations, Miranda. For his outstanding achievement in the Faculty of Kinesiology and Recreation Management, our next winner, University Gold Medal, is Jesse Gertson. Jesse is a graduate of Garden Valley Collegiate in Winkler, Manitoba. In addition to his studies, he played intramural hockey at the university and with various adult leagues. He's currently involved in a project with strength and conditioning coaches at the university using velocity-based training to prescribe exercise intensities for our athletes. His most impactful experiences as a student were being part of a sports psychology group project and his internship as a strength and conditioning coach during the final year of his degree. He graduates today with a Bachelor of Kinesiology degree. Congrats, Jesse. Our final award winner today, the gold medal winner in pharmacy, is Riley Love. Riley is a graduate of Dauphin Regional Comprehensive Secondary School, and during his time in the pharmacy program was junior caustic in his third year and senior caustic this year. Last summer, Riley wrote a comprehensive review paper with Dr. George Zanell on a new antibiotic, tadizolid. I believe that's how it's pronounced, which was published recently in the international journal Drugs. Riley credits a small, tight-knit faculty and the relationships he built with fellow students as having the biggest impact on him during his time at the University of Manitoba. He graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy. Congratulations, Riley. A complete list of the winners of medals and prizes is shown in your program commencing on page 165. At your leisure, I would invite you to read this impressive list of the accomplishments of our students here. It's now time for Chancellor Harvey Sector to address Convocation.
Thank you. It's a real privilege to be able to join you today to celebrate the completion of your studies with you graduates, your family, and your friends. Sincere congratulations to all the students who received awards and prizes for their individual achievements. To Dr. Rockman Greenberg on being named a distinguished professor, and to Dr. Schipper on receiving a most well-deserved honorary degree. The university has a rich history, largely developed by the contributions that students, faculty, and alumni, as well as others connected with this institution, have made to the cultural, social, and economic well-being of people here in Manitoba, across Canada, and increasingly throughout the world. This year, during Convocation, we're honoring 8 people with honorary degrees. Some are graduates of the University of Manitoba who, following their education, went on to make an impact here in Manitoba. This afternoon, we're honoring a person for what he's accomplished, even though he never attended the University of Manitoba, remarkable as it seems, and a woman who, although not a graduate of ours, has been associated with the university and contributed to its well-being for almost 36 years. Both reflect our goal that awards and degrees should also recognize those who, although not graduates of this university, are members of the community who represent the values and leadership that are part of this university's heritage. Stephen Schipper is a prime example of that kind of leader. As we heard, for over a quarter of a century, he has entertained us, educated us, and challenged us. All the while he was pursuing his dream for the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre, he was also helping others achieve their dreams through his support and mentorship. Today's honorees have both combined distinguished careers with commitment to others and to their community. Like the others we recognized during this convocation, they've excelled in different fields and in different parts of the world, but their messages all carry a consistent theme. They all refer to the same ingredients for success in life: passion, commitment, and perseverance. So as you begin the next chapter in your lives, I encourage you to keep in mind the example that Dr. Schipper and Dr. Rockman Greenberg have given us about the important role that dreams can have not only for our individual lives, but on the lives of others. Harriet Tubman, another great believer in the power of dreams, once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." And always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. All of us hope that as you reflect back on your time here at the U of M, you'll feel that while you were here, you moved a little further along the path towards becoming all that you really are meant to be. Congratulations and best wishes for professional careers and personal lives, both filled with much success and satisfaction. Congratulations to you all.
Mr. Chancellor, I now have the honor to request on behalf of the University Senate that you confer upon the candidates the degrees and diplomas earned by them as these shall later be announced. Will those who are to receive degrees and diplomas please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are severally entitled, with all of the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. I also admit in absentia those who have completed the requirements for these degrees, but who are today not able to be present. Mr. Braun.
Will those graduates in the front row please remain standing, and the others resume your seats. Mr. Chancellor, may I now present the candidate whom you have admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, with Dean J. During presenting the parchment and Dr. Joanne Kesselin, Provost and Vice President Academic, hooding the graduate. Casey Lee Sayre. Mr. Chancellor, may I now present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Master of Nursing, with Associate Dean Joanne Sawatsky of the College of Nursing, hooding the graduates. Crystal Leanne Boyce Gaudreau. Alexis Kathleen Hodgson. Liliane Marie Lucille Prairie. Jacqueline Gay Reed. Kristen Joanne Valeri. And now, Mr. Chancellor, I'd like to present the candidate for the Master of Science in Dentistry with a major in dentistry, with Dean Anthony Acopino of the College of Dentistry, hooding the graduate. Richard Michael Halpern. Kinesiology. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidate for the Master of Science in Kinesiology and Recreation Management, with Dean Douglas Brown of the Faculty of Kinesiology and Recreation Management, hooding the graduate. David Edgar Kent. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidate for the Master of Science in Pharmacy with a major in Pharmacy, Dean Neil Davies of the College of Pharmacy, hooding the graduate. Janie Weber. And now, Mr. Chancellor, we'll go on to the next set of candidates. May I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine and Bachelor of Science in Dentistry in Medicine, with Dean Anthony Acopino of the College of Dentistry presenting the parchments. Gurinder Singh Boparai. Brian John Joseph DeMarco. Mano Fouadar. Victor Gong. Zenden Pan. Lindsay J. Robertson. Tyler Ronald John Sabukovich. And now, Mr. Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine. The winner of the U of M Gold Medal in Dentistry, Kelsey Ann Jansen. Karim Wafik Bakoum. Emily Jane Cook. Sean Michael Corbett. David Michael Dacombe. Rohit Dat. Goltakin Ezati. Sharare Godusi. Ashley Gray. Jane Yarda Hendrickson Rabizant. Sylvia In. Sunny Chung. Jenna Lee. Holly Lynn Kelsey Markin. Rafif Adnan Mohammad. Diane Catherine Austri. Jay Patel. Dana Lee Romerman. Jivan Sidhu. Viviana Cynthia Steinberg. David Tristan Thomas. Philip Unruh. Chelsea Bree Woodmass. Rong K. Wu. And now, Mr. Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the Diploma in Dental Hygiene with Director Mary Bertoni of the School of Dental Hygiene presenting the parchments. Kendra Leanne Atchison. Florna Rica Atienza. Michelle Lynn Bobick. Chanel Marie-Paul Bosque. Joyce Irish Banayos Carpio. Talisha Duron. Kylie Ryan Foster. Janet Tui Yung Win. Lena Kamvongsun. Kendra Marie Lee. Helena Kali Kayi Lee. Elizabeth Liu. Holly Lynn McDuff. Diane Crystal Manalo. Again, the winner of the Governor General's Bronze Medal in the School of Dental Hygiene, Nikki Nunn. Krista Lee Olenek. Diana Lou Penaranda. Bethany Rochelle Pullman. Tiffany Henrietta Rother. Diane Marie San Pedro. Nikki Tahimik. Kristen Leah Teal. Kristen Ashley Tichkowski. D. Wanigasekara. And now, Mr. Chancellor, we move on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Juris Doctor, with Dean Lorna Turnbull of the Faculty of Law presenting the parchments. Our U of M Gold Medal winner for Law, Miranda Diane Grayson. Zoe Danielle Abrader. Joshua Bevan Andrew Anstedt. Jessica Logan Barlow. Nicole Bayos. Aaron Edward Bedham. Andrea Irena Margaret Bellhouse. Marla Ann Pereira Betancourt. Joshua Michael Bocott. Jacqueline Emma Briard. Matthew Reagan Carvel. Andrew Philip John Chambers. Stephanie Tony Chan. Daniel William Chornopiski. Diana Catherine Coelho Mina. Jenna Brooke Colpitz. Zachary Todd Courtemanche. Carl Gordon Dalton. Jessica Michelle Davenport. Terence Jeffrey Delarond. Jean-Pierre Roger Denessé. Ariadna Ivana Dlugosh. Nicole Kristen Drayton. Stephen William Drew. Kyle Edward Emond. Stacy Lynn Ennis. Anthony Raymond Foderero. Samuel Anthony Gosser. Michael Sebastian Greco. David William Gust. Catherine Neal Haig-Anderson. Chantel Helwer. Kelly Allen Yorth. Adam Raymond Hodge. Jessica Lauren Isaac. Margaret Katsanos. Kristen Margaret Kersey. Jonathan Chiun Kim. Zachary Brennan Kinahan. Diana Catherine King. Rebecca Lees Klass. Tyrone Lewis Krawitz. Mark Allen Jason Cruz. Alexander Harrison Lever. Brett Lurcher. Jarrett Brian Lipsky. Gabrielle Chiara Lisi. Jennifer Gail Litchfield. Aaron Neil Meister. Renato Yonko Mamukud. Kevin Roderick Stephen Mahey. Catherine Christine Misko. Renee Alice Molgat. Tiffany Lynn Doreen Monkman. Kyle David Morgan. Vida Marie Nelson. Anne Gayatri Nicholas. Joseph Albert Peltier. Kira Peterson Martin. Megan Ariana Pohl. Alyssa Mary Priestley. Nicholas John Thomas Reeves. Sean Rowe Restall. Kelly Elizabeth Riediger. Erica Gerritchen Robb. Jeffrey Peter Schneider. Stacy Amanda Sinkbell. Kian Sayedi. Joshua David Michael Shaw. Andrew Donald Slough. Casey Kimberly Soki. Anna Katrine Salmonson. Cole Southall, JD. David Olufemi Shomewino. Jason Robert Stitt. Hillary Marin Milliken Taylor. Garrett Michael Tooley. Daniel Andrew Torbiak. Ryan Thomas Traynor. Justin Ray Voris. Heather Lynn Olena Wadsworth. Kyla Elizabeth Wills. Scott Douglas Roger Wilson. And now, Mr. Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor Kinesiology, with Dean Douglas Brown of the Faculty of Kinesiology and Rec Management presenting the parchments. Our University Gold Medal winner in Kinesiology, Jessie Ray Gertson. Alicia Marie Baudouin. Kevin Francis Boreski. Jeremy Guy Botelko. Ashton Josephine Boudreau-Gaudry. John Frederick Bryans. Melissa Nicole Campbell. James William Coleman. Noah Samuel Tryon Corso. Robin Ainsley Iyer. Ashley Suzanne Falk. Vincent Allen Malibiran Francisco. Julia Fraze. Daniel Joshua Girardin. Sarah Avery Grossart. Matthew Peter Harzing. Samantha Michelle Hyam. Linnea Stephanie Hoffner. Ellen Rayanne Horniak. Monica Lynn Kapak. Susada Kael Busson. Nicole Lynn Kerbrat. Andrew Michael Kleinsasser. Andrew William Koch. Olivia Anna Lee. Christian Kurt McDonald. Ashley Rose Milani. Kaylin Noga. Heather Nicole Normand. Mitchell Nicholas Jacob Paul. Cody Alexander Pillock. Chantal Nicole Pettinger. Sylvie Marie-Louise Pichet. Alexis Sandra Marie Rémillard. Carlin William Ritchie. Megan Candace Rood. Amy Larissa Schroeder. Samantha Lynn Semchishin. Jenna Dawn Seneski. Kyle Robert Joseph Smith. Sitha Swong. Jenna Alexandra Stacy. Leah Gerono Teon. Jason Ho Yin Sang. Krista Dawn Van Couwenberg. Brendan Derek Voth. Kyle Andrew Vurio. Ashley Megan Usum. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Physical Education. Kelsey Lynn Bacello. Kirsten Ann Rachel Bartlett. Cassidy Bendersky. Troy James George Campbell. Riley Paul Colpitz. Simrit Kaur Dial. Justin Corey Enns. Eric Fast. Priscilla Ann Flett. Chantal Jacqueline Hébert. Matt Everett Habauer. Tricia Caroline Kauk. Brett Andrew Kaler. And a medal winner in physical education, Harold John Darcy Laninga. Robin Nicole Leramé. Caitlin Mary Lewandowski. Alexandra Jane McGavin. Carl Thomas Patterson. Jordan Brianne Jolie Perrin. Craig Anthony Scott. Parker Charles Stevenson. Miriam Elizabeth Van Dam. Kylie Danielle Elizabeth Weeb Pantel. Carl Zabrowski. And now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Rec Management and Community Development. Allison May Alvero. Izora Vicky Ann Clark. Michelle Marie Conan. Michelle Deanna Colson. Michael Albert Croson. Stefan Mark Drieger. Jesse Eklund. Megan Filion. Alyssa Eileen Beeston Friesen. Brandon John Paul Henry Friesen. Justine Dawn Friesen. Chantel Jessica Gadiant. Rain Alexandria Graff. Laurel Simone Gray. Devin Wayne Himpey. Danielle Marie Hollinger. Garrett McLean Hudson. Dominic Elizabeth Huppe. Alexandra Jacqueline Marie Younghans. Valérie Anne Laroche. Zachary Anthony Mario Leclerc. Andrea Marisa Claire Lees. Wayne Jing Mark. Hien Nguyen. Elise Julie Reichart. Mackenzie Amber Scharf. Steve Setka. Renee Kathleen Simcoe. Victoria Kathleen Taylor. Cale Travis Vaughn. And now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the final group. May I present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Nursing with Associate Dean Terry Ashcroft of the College of Nursing presenting the parchments. Patricia Ann Akerley. Boyun Bang. Jennifer Sarah Baziuk. Stephanie Leanne Bell. Dorothea Bergen. Anastasia Bershadsky. Manilyn Rose Ramos Caldo. Sarah Choma. Michael Arden Samuel Conway. Marley Dawn Cowan. Natalia Oriana Lisa D'Abramo. Christina Mary Ducharme. Lauren Elizabeth Ducharme. Alexandra Marie Dumas. Giancarlo Tan Empases. Amanda Marie Everton. Caitlin Holly Farr. Ellie Fair. Sarah Leah Fair. Alea Cynthia Fiddler. Jana Lynn Reyes Galvez. Kathy Jiang. Christine Joanne Harbottle. Candace Lauren Dawn Heckert. Maria Anilin Lumibao Yilblasin. Brent Patrick Iveda. Thomas Aaron Jansen. Nita Josai. Jennifer Lynn Kanaski. Dami Kim. Vanessa Carla Klein. Jennifer Nicole Conrad. Marta Kornowska. Lindsay Marlene Kostanek. Deborah Marie Cron. Sharia Joy Cron. Amy Craker. Dallas Dorothy Lorraine Craker. Jessica Craker. Than Soon Lee. Celine Amy Leclerc. Stephen Mark Lee. Dahlia Lowen. Leilani Marfori Luktu. Andrea Nicole Mader. Jennifer Lee McConnell. Stephanie Kayinde Ndaist Isenga. Christopher Coy No. Sarah Ann Ing Padua. Rebecca Amanda Maureen Nowicki. Ashley Ann Officer. Melissa Marie Oliveira. Victor Frank Otulak. Delaney Dawn Page. Courtney Elena Paquette. Shirley Paragas. Anne Plett. Justin Cole Plett. Megan Elizabeth Purchase. Cesar Anibal Real Toledo. Ashley Rose. Magda Joanna Rushworth. Janelle Dela Cruz Salinas. Alyssa Crystal Salonga. Christina Sambojon. Jennifer Michelle Schmidt. Michael Adam Schmidt. Hi. Delaney Shan Smith. Kaylin Dawn Smythe. Daniel Andrew Sushko. Gabriella Schmid. Audrey Jean Tang. Kathleen Dawn Teifel. Helen Abaine Tesfaye. John Arthur Titus. Christian Ditzer. Elaine Marie Ulep. Giselle Umwali. Sherry Tanaya Urbanski. Reagan Victoria Van Welligam. Crystal Dawn Vandal. Jamie Janelle Wardle. Jordan Rudy Workington. Stacy Dawn Weeb. Jessica Nicole Weaver. Lori Mae Witchepin. Hee-sun Yang. Miranda Jill Ziprick. And now, without a doubt, the final set of candidates, Mr. Chancellor, whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy with Dean Neil Davies of the College of Pharmacy presenting the parchments. The U of M Gold Medal winner, Riley Ernest Love. Jessica Marie Adria. Uluwatasin Grace Badajo. Tyler John Douglas Campbell. Kevin Chaboye. Sean Chauhan. Rick Jr. Damsel. Geraldine Cabunjal de Lemos. Jacqueline Nitara Dionarin. Alicia Dawn Dudich. Kathleen Rachel Ruth Fogg. Jesse Thomas Franklin. Stéphanie Marie-Léanne Gautron. Melissa Ashley Gobin. Ruth Montagbosh Hapte. Joel Maxwell Alexander Hart. Bradley Charles Herndon. Amy Elizabeth Hetherington. Joseph Melendez Ho. Himith Jayasingh. Trevor Valdemar Johnson. Inderpal Singh Kaler. Linnea Kaminsky. John Kim. Sarah Dawn Kalchuk. Amy Y-Yin Low. Amanda Ray Mazinki. Janice Neufeld. Laura Newlands. PJ Marlon Perez. Ryan Rowan Persad. Kristen Rochelle Ponchak. Daniel Frank Rossi. Curtis John Russell. Antonio Felice Sacco. Samuel Benjamin Schuster. Kulwant Singh. Nick St. Goddard. Franil Taylor. Jennifer Karyun Young.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Sector, Dr. Bernard, Dr. Schipper, guests and graduates, My name is Romel Dalla, and I'm a member of the University of Manitoba Board of Governors, and it is my honor today to address you on behalf of the Alumni Association. After many years of hard studying, papers, and exams, you are all finally ready to go backpack across Europe. Congratulations. As you set out to leave your unique imprint on life, I hope each of you find inspiration from the many great alumni who have studied here before you. If you aspire to be a life-changing medical professional, a groundbreaking lawyer, or an influential politician, look no further than pioneer in patient safety Dr. John Wade, Canada's first female Indigenous lawyer and distinguished alumni Marion Meadmore, or former Premier Gary Filmon. From my own experience as an alumnus, having sat in the spot you occupy today, I can tell you that this network of more than 132,000 graduates in over 130 countries is here for you. I encourage you to stay connected through your University of Manitoba's Alumni Office. Throughout my involvement with the Alumni Association, I have met alumni who have extended their hand as a mentor, advisor, coach, and friend to fellow graduates like you. We recognize that the influence of this university is epitomized by the accomplishments of our alumni, and standing proudly behind you, your outstanding achievements, and the contributions you will make to this world is more than just our privilege, it is our duty. Since each of you have now walked across the stage in front of your peers, friends, family, and the Academy, you have now all demonstrated that you can walk and chew gum at the same time. Congratulations, and thank you. Go take your place in the world.
In her poem, The Third Eye, the Canadian poet Jay McPherson makes a contrast between our physical experience and our understanding of it. And she has this image of having three eyes. And at the end of life, looking back, says this, the speaker in the poem, "The two saw green, saw sky, saw people pass. The third eye saw through order like a glass to concentrate, refine, and rarefy, and make a cosmos of miscellany." In other words, the third eye was the thing that took the raw experience of life and made meaning of it, made a story out of the details of life. We were challenged by the address at the beginning to live in the moment, and I would challenge you to take those moments and make meaning from them and accomplish much. We're extremely proud of you, all of us who are here representing the university and your families and your friends. We're extremely proud of what you've done, and we anticipate great things from you. Now, I would ask friends and family members, guests, to remain in your seats until the academic procession has left the hall, and then please join us for a reception outside on the pedway, and I now declare convocation to be in recess.